Hey guys, Jacob here, the Prepper's Bunker. We're going to talk about a couple things before we really get into this, and I need to make sure that I'm on here. But this is our Conflicted Will You Survive series, and what this is we're going to talk about separate cards from the Conflicted card game that give you scenarios where you can play this game with your friends, talk over how each of you would handle the scenario, and then choose a winner. So that's what we're going to do today. And to make this happen, I need your help to answer this question and to judge through likes and comments who has the best answer so that we can choose a winner. So let me see here. This is not showing that I am live. I don't know why. So the card that we're talking about today is the Nine of Diamonds, and I'm going to read this to you in just a second. Why? Okay, here we go. It just showed it. I'm telling you guys, this technology stuff. Why is it not? I need to be able to see what's going on. This is just always a pain. Come on. Come on, we can do it. Here we go. Please forgive me for that little delay. So, one of the first things that we're going to talk about, guys, I'll read this card to you, and then we're going to talk about a couple of these products here. Keep the fire going. You guys probably recognize Jimbo. This is my adventure buddy, and hopefully he's going to make some babies pretty soon. Let's see who's on. I've got 3 people watching now, and I reckon it ain't going to tell me who. But comment away, guys, whenever. So this is card 9 of Diamonds, deck 7. The card reads, without any previous warning, on December 1st, 2001, Argentina's economy minister, Domingo Cavallo, announced a policy that became known as the Corralito, the Little Corral, or the Playpen. Everyone's assets were frozen for 90 days, including bank accounts. If this were to happen to you, how would you keep things afloat? So, I'm going to read that again here in a moment. Let me make sure that... All right. Well, what I want to talk about real quick, every week I want to talk to you about a couple products, and it's not because anybody's paying me. Trust me. But every week, pretty much, I've got something new to talk about, something new that I'm testing and reviewing and that I absolutely love. And part of this channel is sharing with you the products that I love. One of those today is from Mark McCown. This is the Airborne Viking Tomahawk with optional twine handle here. And how could it be more fitting, being that I was airborne in the 173rd, probably know, deployed to Logar province in Afghanistan. And I am Swedish, so the Airborne Viking. Very fitting. I've been having a great time with this Tomahawk today. And this fire is brought to you. Why is this not showing me comments? I'm telling you, I'm just going to lose my mind. Okay, I've got it, guys. JD Grayman, it's going great. Eltenda, glad to have you here, man. Yeah, gold and precious stones is a biggie. All right, guys, so what YouTube was doing, I'll text it in here. YouTube was blocking all of the comments with some stupid help tip. Gosh dang communists. Alright. The next product I want to talk to you about, this fire here was brought to you by Council Tool. They've been making axes in the US of A since the 1800s. Alright. This is a 5-pound head. I think this is like a 24-inch handle. So it's a much heavier, larger head than you would normally get on such a short handle. And I absolutely love this thing. It's so, like when I'm out there, back there clearing out the range and stuff with the chainsaw, you never know when I might have to bash on something or cut something real quick. Having this around has been great, but for kindling a fire like this or even down in the basement, guys, this thing is money. It is just, and I made feather sticks with it today to get this fire going. So I mean, just bang on, awesome product. I like Council Tools so much personally that I am wearing their beanie, guys. So, and the thing is, these are made in America, and there's no reason to go to Lowe's and buy some crap when, man, you can buy a nice Council axe for like 40 bucks, made in America. It's a no-brainer. I don't know how people don't know about it. So I'm going to read the card one more time. Yeah, Fabrizio, I was actually in Italy only for a short time. I don't know if I never told you this, but I actually got sent from Italy up to Germany. So I was in Schweinfurt, Germany, in the 191 Cav. So it was weird. I was an infantryman in a cavalry unit doing scouting stuff. So I spent a lot of time up on OPs. But yeah, I spent some time in Vicenza, and I wish I'd spent more time. It was really incredible there. Let's see, it was Sergeant Major Rawlings when we got there, ran the dog piss out of us as soon as we got off the plane. So, I'm going to read this one more time, guys. Without any previous warning, on December 1st, 2001, Argentina's economy minister, Domingo Cavallo, announced a policy that became known as the Corralito, the little corral or the playpen. Everyone's assets were frozen for 90 days, including bank accounts. If this were to happen to you, how would you keep things afloat? So, I have some emergency stores, guys. I'm excited to hear, yeah, Vincenzo, I'm excited to hear how you guys would do in that kind of a situation. I'm very blessed in that I do have some emergency supplies, but I'm going to be honest with you. After about 2 weeks, it wouldn't be easy anymore. Canned food, water, filtration, stuff like that. We're a lot better off here, I know, than a lot of people. And still, I'd say 2 weeks, we're gonna start struggling. Now, I'm blessed to be on 5 acres here, so unlike a lot of people, I can go in my backyard and hopefully start getting some stuff. A lot of people don't have that capability. But let's say tomorrow something happens, and for 3 months you have no money for gas, for food. You know, I don't know if water's shut off or not. Maybe it is. What are some tips or things that you guys have done or would do to make that livable? Can you do it with families? Would you continue to go to work? Could you continue to go to work? Let me know what you think here, and I'll read off a couple comments. Sorry for the smoke, guys. While I've been talking here, this fire went from a nice hot fire to a colder, crappier fire. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Ramon, sorry if I mess up your name. Jimbo is half blue heeler, so he's got a blue merle coat, and he is a beautiful, beautiful dog, and he knows it. While I'm waiting to hear your guys' input as far as some questions about Antifa in here, you wouldn't have to worry about Antifa in this situation unless you lived in the big cities, because out here in the city, out here in the country, if there was anybody that was an Antifa dude, they would surely die very quickly, because when they immediately ran out of food and supplies and tried to raid people, they would get shot. Which brings up probably the best point that I didn't even think of. That's why this live thing is so good. Something that I didn't even think of in the U.S. when it comes to this scenario is what you have or don't have doesn't matter, because even if you could live on your own for 90 days, even if it's a little bit rough, that's not going to be your greatest concern, because you can live a long time without food. Your greatest concern if you live in the city is going to be all of the looting, rioting, and rampant murder and rape. So your police are not going to be able to keep up. I don't know if your police are even going to continue working in this kind of environment. So that's definitely something to think about, is something like Antifa, guys. So thanks for bringing those Fruit Loops up. Let's see here. Yeah, trade and borrow and work for food. The problem with that is if you're not in a growing season, then all of the food that needs to be refrigerated, shipped, and distributed is now sitting somewhere, probably out of reach for you, and quite likely going bad. So part of the issue here is we've become so reliant on food and water and literally everything that you can't trade with somebody for food if they don't have food either. So really, food's going to quickly become power, but it's going to be a bad day. Richard's a good point. Even if you don't have a lot of cash, precious metals will always have value. They always have, and they always will. Scripturally, all treasures like that are the Lord's property. They are God's property. Therefore, everyone will always want it. That's why they want it. They want to steal it. They want to get it however they can. So having a bit of silver sitting around is a good idea. Extra ammunition, but the biggest thing obviously here is preservable foods. And I'm not going to lie, there'd be a lot of anchovies and Spam going on in our house. Yeah, I'm planning on breeding Jimbo Toyans, actually probably to our, come here bud, to our Great Pyrenees. He's a little small to be useful for much of anything, and he's kind of a weenie, but he's very loyal and he listens very well, and that's all I can ask for. Douglas Walker from upstate New York. I spent some time up there while doing the Alone competition for the History Channel. We went up to Bear Mountain. Crap, am I not supposed to? I don't know if I'm not supposed to say that, but we're live. So, anyways, Bear Mountain's a really cool place. I felt a little bit strangled over there in New York with people telling me about knife laws and gun laws and all that kind of stuff, but very pretty, no doubt about it. CLM says that he has scouted rural areas and horses and livestock, and he has them mapped out, and he wants to barter security for a place to live and food. Now that is actually a really good idea that I've never thought of or considered, because these farmers that have money are gonna want to have their stuff be watched, especially if they live close enough to a city to have issues. And security is going to be a big deal. Now, one thing that you have to consider is security is going to become very cheap. So you're just looking for a place to stay and food. That's good. There's going to be a lot of people looking for that, though. You have a leg up on them because you already have stuff mapped out and you know where you're going to go. But in this situation, I would jump on that as fast as possible, because there's going to be a lot of really good, really hungry people who are going to want others to think that they know enough about security to do it for them, just for some food. And every man thinks that he can pull security, but there's being a shooter or a warrior is something that most people will never achieve. And but everybody thinks they are. So it's certainly a good idea, and just jump on anything like that as quick as possible. JD, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I wish you could hightail it out of there. Run away. So what I'm going to do, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Now, I'm not sure. I think that all of the live comments go away after we're done filming, and only other comments will survive. So once this video goes up as a normal video, with some of your ideas here, post your ideas, and then like or comment on other people's ideas, and we will end up having, we'll see who wins. Basically, the best answer wins. I'd encourage you guys to check out these conflicted decks of cards, because if you do find yourself in an emergency situation, even if it's as simple as a power outage, these are very interesting, and they can also be used as regular cards because you've got the numbers and the spades and diamonds and whatever. And they're a lot of fun. I think they've got like 8 decks out now, so I certainly need to get some more. I'm going to do 5 financial cards, so that will be 5 weeks of this deck of Conflicted, and then I'm going to contact them about getting me some more cards to share with you guys. So make sure, I'll put a link in the description box on Conflicted where you can get these. They're also coming out with a board game, and I'm hoping to get on that train myself. So real quick, CLM, the rabbits, I think they're a little bit harder than most people think, because the amount of food that they require. It would be worth looking into what breed of rabbit is best, but if you have wild rabbits around, obviously that's an excellent way to go. And obviously I forgot to put my phone on silent like a fool, but yeah, dogs, there will be a lot of stray dogs because people won't be feeding them. You might as well put them on the table, guys. You're going to be hungry. Crayfish, fish is great if you can get access to it. There's going to be a lot of people going out and fishing, and there might be violence. The water is going to be a source of food, and people will protect sources of food because they will see it as their livelihood. So either that could be a good way to get dead, or it could be a good way to sustain yourself. All right, JD Grayman just informed me that today is the last day to pre-order your Conflicted board game on Kickstarter. So please, if you're watching this, check that out. See what they have to offer. I'm really excited about the game myself because I'm tired of normal games. I basically only play Risk and Sorry, I guess, but basically Risk is my favorite. So. Richard Mounder, yeah, I've got a lot of hens, and they're annoying. Now, hens and chickens in the winter are not going to give you a lot of eggs, but eggs are a superfood. They will keep you alive. If you've got stores of potatoes, wheat berries, or things like that, it can do what you need. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. I really appreciate you watching. Once this video becomes a normal video on my playlist, please update your comments and we'll play the game. I will also myself list a comment on there with what I would do to make this realistic so that you can vote on that as well. Thank you for watching, as always. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Check out McCown Tomahawks, check out Council Tool, check out Conflicted, and I really look forward to talking to you guys. So I'll talk to you soon.